popular with the chicken breast and thigh offer. Well, the seafood division of Rastelli Foods is Egg Harbor, and that is who we look to when we're looking for the highest quality seafood. The premium Faroe Island salmon fillets is the most popular seafood item at QVC, and it is also a Customer Choice Award winner multiple years in a row. We are offering a 10 count of the 6-ounce premium Faroe Island salmon for $104.98 with 5 payments of $21 on a credit card, so you can break it down and again enjoy this in 7 to 10 days or on a ship week of March 24th if you want this a little bit closer to Easter, and you can enjoy it for $10 an entree. This is M524-643, and we're offering it also with auto delivery that you can lock into with a shipment coming every 60 days. Brittany Rastelli is here with us to talk about it. She is the director of culinary and has been working with this brand forever.
Yes.
So Faroe Island salmon is a very specific type of salmon. Talk to us about that first.
Exactly. So kind of just knowing the source of your salmon here is what makes this particular salmon so mild and so fresh and just have such a beautiful buttery texture. And that is all because of where it is from. So the Faroes are located just north of Scotland, just a beautiful cluster of islands. But what's unique about the location is the salmon are out there in the open ocean between these fjords and sounds. And there's a very strong Arctic current that flows through right there that keeps the water very cold and then very clean. So the salmon are then fed an all-natural, hormone-free and antibiotic-free diet right there. They come out of the water where they are filleted into 6-ounce portions that are individually packaged and blast frozen after we take the bones and the skin off. So you're receiving a 6-ounce portion that is high in omega-3s, high in omega-6s, a really beautiful piece of fish that you are defrosting for the very first time.
And
So,
the flavor is incredible. And I spoke to this earlier. I am not a huge fish person.
Right.
Salmon can be one of the more stronger fish flavors.
It can.
But Faroe Island salmon that Rastelli's brings to us is premium. It is absolutely delicious. I want to show you the way they're going to come, because this is important again. Like you said, when you defrost them, it'll be the first time they're being defrosted. This is what they come in this bag. You get 10 of these. They're so versatile in the way that you can prepare them. And what's great about them is that these are large flakes of delicious fish. The flavor is a little milder than a traditional salmon.
Exactly.
And they give you the opportunity to do some really fun things with it because of that. And Brittany is going to show us some of those ideas.
Yes, and that's one of my favorite things. Honestly, the packaging is huge because there's no waste. I mean, think about kind of walking around to your seafood counter at your local store, and you just don't know how long that piece of fish has been sitting out. Previously frozen several times usually means that stronger odor in your home. It's not necessarily bad, but it just has that stronger flavor and odor when that happens, and you're not receiving that here. So with your packaging, we recommend that you defrost your fish about 30 minutes in a bowl of cold water, or you can put it in the refrigerator the night before, and then your cooking options are truly endless when it comes to salmon. It's such a versatile fish with cooking methods and recipe styles. It's not seasonal. We can have this all year long. So some of my favorite ways, if it's the weekend, is I love to pan saute about 5 or 6 minutes on either side. I'll just add some butter, white wine, cherry tomatoes, kind of whatever I have, some capers, spinach. Again, whatever I have, I'll put in there, just have a one-pan dinner. So this is really easy. During the week, I'm all about the air fryer. The air fryer for me makes life so simple. It's about $375 to $400 for about 12 to 14 minutes. So it's really fast during the week.
Look how beautiful that is. I mean, again, over pasta. I mean, that is a
This is
really
my Sunday
hearty,
salmon.
That's delicious.
I love pan sauteing on the weekends. I just love the way it smells. I love the garlic, the oil, and that beautiful smell. And it's not a fishy smell. So this is really, Really simple.
I love that you did the fish tacos with this, and of course the little salmon bites, which has been trending all over social media.
Yes.
But this is one of my favorite things that you do, and that is salmon salad.
Yes, we're gonna make this Faroe Island salmon really casual and classic and fun. So this is kind of the play on a tuna fish salad that comes out of a can, except here we have a beautiful mild piece of the Faroe Island salmon, high in omega-3s, high in omega-6s, 34 grams of protein for a 6-ounce portion. So I just make an extra one at dinner because I never have one left over because I always know exactly how many
you're gonna
we're
need,
eating.
right.
There's 4 of us in my family. My kids split one and my husband and I have one. So I always make 4, one extra for the next day. And I do this. I'll add a little bit of mayo, a little bit of celery, a little bit of red onion. Again, however you like
Some dill.
your tuna.
Yep.
Sometimes I add capers. Today we have dill.
We need a little lemon juice.
We definitely need a little lemon.
And look at that.
And this is something that I will do as far as a sandwich. And I'll put this on crostinis. And
smells
sometimes I just leave
so
it right in
good.
the bowl. And I'll have some crudité. I did that last night actually. I just had some.
I mean, even just on a salad, it's so versatile. And it smells so good with the dill and all the flavors that you put in there.
Yeah, so this is something if you're entertaining. Let's say you were coming over and we were gonna have a glass of wine.
Yeah.
I would make this in the morning and then I would just pull it out, toast my crostinis. I could even do that in the morning.
Yeah, right.
So this is one of those things where if you have the salmon in your freezer.
And it looks like something that you would get at a 5-star restaurant. And if you did, you would pay a lot for it because when it is from the Faroe Islands, of course, it's an elevated salmon. And again, that is the story. So today is Ash Wednesday. It's the beginning of the Lenten season. For those that really focus in on eating fish on Fridays, this is a great offer for you. Please pick this up now. If you want to lock into the auto delivery, you can. It'll ship automatically every 60 days for 1 full year. But it gives us some more variety on what we can do with our fish each week. And then again, the flavor and the quality starts from the source. So let's talk a little bit about where it's from one more time.
Exactly. Knowing your source is huge when it comes to especially proteins. So the Faroe Islands are located just north of Scotland, and the salmon are there in the open ocean where they are fed an all-natural, hormone-free and antibiotic-free diet. They're in the middle of these beautiful fjords and sounds where there's a very strong Arctic current. And that keeps the water very cold and very clean. So then the salmon come out of the water right there in the Faroes, where they are individually packaged and blast frozen after they've been center cut, filleted into 6-ounce portions. So you're the very first person that's going to defrost these. You're going to receive a really mild flavored salmon and a beautiful textured salmon. And we actually brought a side of salmon just to show everybody kind of what that looks like before it's filleted, because the marbling, if you like your steak marbled, you probably want to like your salmon marbled too. So
where you see that white marbling, that's
exactly. That is what is breaking down and giving us those flakes that we can just sort of peel apart layer by layer.
right.
And then again, the dinners are so easy, Jane. Sometimes I do, because I don't like to clean up. I mean, I feel like I talk about that all the time. But this, for example, is a little bit of potatoes, a little bit of asparagus, and then we have the Faroe Island salmon. This one has the lemon dill sauce on it from Egg Harbor that we put on beforehand, so it kind of baked in. And this one has the Egg Harbor seasoning that you'll be receiving. So again, we put that on beforehand as well, just to give you a couple different options of how you can make a one-pan dinner in 25 minutes.
Well, this is the most popular seafood item that we have here in our entire assortment. It's also one that folks get on auto delivery because once you taste it, you know that there's a difference in salmon and you want the best salmon to ship on a regular basis. So it locks you into this price that will ship automatically every 60 days. If you want to delay or skip a shipment, you can do so by calling customer service. Put it in your cart and check out though, because it's not yours until you've done that. So if you want an order of the 10 pieces of 6-ounce premium Faroe Island salmon, place your order for it. And notice too, that each one of these fillets is the center cut. It's not the little piece of the tail on the end. It's not the little piece, a sliver on the other side. It's all the center cut pieces that you're getting in 6-ounce portions. So it's the perfect portion size too.
Yes, it's nice and uniform. Again, if you go to a restaurant, the chefs across the country are definitely naming the Faroe Island salmon on their menus, but they want you to have a nice uniform piece of salmon as well. They want everybody's to look exactly the same. So those center cut portions allow that to be something that you can do at home. But again, each and every piece, no matter if you like it more on the medium rare side or the well done side, like this one, it's got this beautiful crust on the exterior. But either way, it'll be nice and flaky and mild and have that beautiful flavor. So if you already wrote off salmon a long time ago, it's too strong for me, I don't like the way my house smells when I cook fish, I always recommend that everybody try this one just to see what you think, because I think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
It's a sweeter, almost lobster-like texture.
Yes.
And I'm a well done salmon person. So when I eat this, it has a firmness. It eats like a steak. I like steak-like fish. I don't want fish that's too flaky.
Sure.
I want it to be big chunks, like that big chunk that you have right there. And to me, I think that's like the perfect texture. You can see how moist it is. And with this, it's so simple. You don't have to do a whole lot. A little salt and pepper, and then, or any of the seasonings that Egg Harbor makes along with it. A little lemon juice, and that's it.
It does. It eats really well on its own, and it's also mild enough for some of your favorite sauces. Let's say in the summertime, you want to baste your salmon on the grill with a little bit of honey barbecue sauce. It's going to go great with that. If you like the Dijon mustard and the crust of the breadcrumbs and the Parmesan cheese on top, it works well with that. Taco
like
night.
a little bourbon and orange kind of flavoring on that would be good as well.
That pairs really well with salmon.
I said earlier, my husband does most of the cooking of the fish because I've never been a huge fish eater or fish preparer. So I have learned from working with you and some of the ideas that you brought to us that I can do it too, and it can be very simple. So take it out. Again, these come individually frozen for you. Put it in a bowl of cold water if you forgot to defrost it overnight. And then you can also do, like you just saw, those bacon wrapped salmon bites are huge, and they're all over the internet now. So
right in the air fryer. Exactly.
Right in the air fryer.
Right in the air fryer.
It doesn't get much better than that.
Not at all.
Brittany, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for bringing it.
Thank
Good
you.
to see you.
Thank
Have
you.
a great night. All right, just a quick reminder. Earlier in the show, we had a one-time only value from David's Cooking.